I think he had 50,000 hero damage or so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to first pick him again here if you have the opportunity.
He had an okay game.
Yeah, it was right.
Here's FlyToMoon. Wondering if they're going to pick or if they're...
Okay, I wanted to ask you, what do you think about this new pick order? Like, it's back and forth in first phase and the bans being shifted around again?
The bans being shifted around definitely conductive to wider variety.
Dire team pick.
But... Ooh, it's to Doom. That one went through as well. Let's see.
Virtus.pro turn to ban.
Ban out to 100.
Dire team ban.
Previously you had 8 heroes taken out straight off the bat before any picks, and now just 4.
So, countering heroes... If that doesn't happen in the first phase, like anything balanced
10 seconds remaining.
then you get to use bans in order to plan your draft out
5
with,
seconds remaining.
deny the enemy build up for you might want to, in that way also risking that by the enemy, because
Virtus.pro's turn to ban. Dire
there's a lot of
team
mind
ban.
games. Like, the only thing that I haven't really made my mind up yet about is what I think of the to order.
Virtus.pro's turn to ban.
Can't just, I mean, previously you had this first pick advantage of like, oh, I've got the pick of the litter of everything that's not banned. But the flip side is it's, there were 1-2 punch from the other team could come in and you could immediately pick up a certain
10
hero combo
seconds
that works
remaining.
well together in lane or whatnot. Without
5
one of those
seconds remaining.
components being snagged away by the other team again.
Dire team ban.
I sort of weighs up each other. That the fact that on one hand, you know, gets to counterpick you, but on the other hand, they can't just pick up 2 really good heroes at once.
10
More
seconds
likely
remaining.
that you're going to get
5 seconds
and
remaining.
there's 3 heroes
Yeah.
through, we're gonna take 1 and they're gonna take the other 2. What do we do?
Yeah.
I think that sort of balances each. Do feel a lot less just impact in general on draft from that, as opposed to the gigantic. Kotel? 1, FlyToMoon. Give it. I think if that
Dire
don't ban
team
it, that
pick.
They're not gonna take it now, right? I mean, you've already got the
No.
Rubik.
Virtus.pro's turn to pick.
Oracle.
Fly guy.
very much a signature. So they take away one of the ways to break the lasso. The other 3 here mostly run as
10
cores right now.
seconds remaining. 5 seconds
We haven't seen
remaining.
Omni Knight
Yeah.
in forever.
That is true.
Other options.
Dire
Bench.
team pick.
Fix his ass off. Oh, there's the Abaddon.
I mean, you know who does play Abaddon as a plus support?
Perfect
Perez
opportunity
also-
for it, you know? Yeah,
10
it gives you the
seconds
ability
remaining.
to just make sure that this Batrider, probably enhances
5
general, I would
seconds
assume,
remaining.
is not gonna have that very free lane, side lanes. You can always purge off those, always purge off those napalm stacks, and without being restricted to having to pick a Lifestealer, which is banned, of course, or Juggernaut, which is still in the pool.
I don't think Jug is.
Virtus.pro's turn to
And
pick.
this means that they can actually run safe play number spirit. Depending on what they want to do, this Abaddon can.
The chance that, depending on what FlyToMoon
10
sees here,
seconds
that they
remaining.
send general into mid again. I
5
believe they've done that
seconds
against
remaining.
Viper in one of the games.
Absolutely destroyed no one in the lane.
Yeah.
No one just a little bit used to that matchup, be very close to turning the lane, but the problem was that he died before the Batrider
Yeah.
twice, and then he was 1.5 levels behind and he couldn't do it anymore.
But I guess just the fact that that game was just 2 days ago, it should be fresh in Virtus.pro's mind that that is a very real possibility. General can very much handle this hero in the mid lane, at which point it's you don't have to deal with this ABBA purging off your napalms, because dual lane mids, that's something that we have not seen in a long time.
At the very least, I think that this last pick still don't know
10
which
seconds remaining.
end up. Like every single one of them has multiple options. Wouldn't be
5
surprised if
seconds
it ends up
remaining.
to Rezo Ven. Really bother the TB right through armor. It is also another lasso break.
Dire team ban.
At the same time, could just be a support, could be Abaddon Doom. Off lane. Going to have to. I think it is most likely that this is about an. You want to protect.
10 seconds remaining.
Okay.
5 seconds remaining.
That in a long ass time. That.
Virtus.pro's turn
likes
to
Doom a lot more.
ban.
Hang up mid here. FlyToMoon is saying, alright, you have a lot of space in this. Great, we're actually going to ban out these. Out.
10 seconds remaining.
Last couple bans coming through now.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Alright. Oh yeah, Husker Oracle. Oof. That would have been quite the pun.
Terrorblade is. Death Prophet is also an Oracle.
Virtus.pro's turn to pick.
Out. Honestly, I'm just hoping.
Yeah.
Doubt that they'll feel safe going for knowing that the Batrider can trade up
10 seconds remaining.
Time, maybe no.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh.
That you get to play that lane as soon as you
Dire
get a couple
team
of...
pick. Lena.
Saying maybe go back to the Dragon Knight a little bit, but he also has issues against Batrider, I would guess.
Yeah, he does. So Lena outranges, is going to be able to spam nice into the Terrorblade. Like if the Oracle isn't near, you press R on it.
Oh, yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
Thunder. Yeah, you need time to
5
cast that one.
seconds remaining.
And you don't generally have that one as a big old nuke coming your way on your tiny health pool. Unless you bolster it up with a bunch of stat items, which you will do eventually. And let's also remember, I believe it was the first game that they played in the previous series that they also had the V2 and Terrorblade, and he's got a lot of money, and they just won the game.
He
Simple
win.
strategy, you know.
Absolutely not.
I mean, Terrorblade is one of the scariest carries in the later parts of the game. If you just pump enough money into him, and just turn it into disappearing heroes as well as buildings alike. Now, what the Shadow Fiend? That is some synergy right there. Just in terms of pure physical damage output.
Oh yeah. They have their magical damage, and this is what I really like to see. They have different ways of survivability as well, like high armor versus save from the Oracle. The magic damage from the Batrider mixed with the SF. Then, yep, over on the other side, ILTW is just, again, they're gonna try to lane him Batten and the Batrider in. Depending on how FlyToMoon, though, the fact that the support is a solo is a Batrider means that you have to move around the Abaddon. You can leave ILTW in, which is a bit of a nip.
So overall, would you say that BP is well equipped turn this into a tight series, or would you still give the advantage to FlyToMoon here?
They are certainly well equipped, and there is
What
once
the
again
fuck just
no
happened?
6 on that side to violate that you're expecting. Bat Rider is very nice. Are up.
It's also none of this big AoE circle team fight that we've seen in some of these other games. Like, there's no Coddle Ball, there's no Supernova, there's no Arena. It's a lot more single target and a lot more, alright, we're gonna get a quick pick off here and there.
I mean, a lot of those were reactions to each other. Especially because, well, they didn't see Mars and work out for Virtus.pro, but the Phoenix didn't do that well for the side of FlyToMoon. It was mostly cold.
Well,
mobile heroes dancing around the big circle. Those.
once again on the Rubik, V-Tune, Terrorblade, Iceberg, of course, on the mid SF. General on a Strassi Bat Rider, always want to fly the Oracle. Signature heroes all around, Resolution, take Spirit, Zayat's helping out on it too. He's got that Devour skill.
Yeah, he don't mess around.
Do you think he's gonna do the thing where just wait on the other side on the tier 3 tower and grab a creep? Just put it on cooldown immediately?
He might, yeah. He's in general, like the boots here are intended for him to grab creep waves from the side of the...
30 seconds to battle.
So, because you can still creep pull, you just have to wait close enough to the tower so you...
That wasn't too bright.
aggro yet, and then you still... part where you meet... The enemy has the last hit up.
Always want to fly already. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, he's gonna
He knows
do it,
what's
isn't
going
he?
on.
So it's like, yep.
The battle
No armor,
begins.
but only 43 damage and always want to fly. Easy XP. Plus 69 experience somehow. Nice. Got him.
And so a lane swap here from FlyToMoon. They are getting the Bat Rider over. And now the question is on Virtus.pro side, like, are they okay with Rezo getting bullied by General and General possibly... Or do they want to swap solo to work? And it's a question like, how much do you prioritize out? He is going to be happier with that. I'm ready, by the way, do you see? Go.
Doing it again? Yeah.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Couriers.
But Solo gets it. That's pretty remarkable, actually. Baden is not very fast. Very.
So first points in the Nephrotic Shields. I feel like they've expected the Bat Rider down here, just with Abba having the stick and LCW as well, we would think. The first point in the Nephrotic Shield rather than because of awareness to help trading with lower dance.
And he's going to stay. Like, if Zayats can just pull every other wave, they're going to be running more of a commute lane up top. Profits.
Yeah.
But I don't think Resolution... He's Avenged, he can do with less, and Zayats is pretty indefinite. Means that the Bat Rider has the last hit on... As well as if you have lower base, you have to fight the tower a lot more. That in order to get the lane. It's very experienced over on this side of the map. It could be a deliberate choice as well, because if you pull only the last two, and it does look like you tried to go for that, then it means that you actually get and both of you.
Yeah.
Whereas if you bring the entire wave, they're all going to die.
Yeah, it looks a little bit differently. Like, you
It
need
looks
to stack
funny,
the small camp
but-
first. Especially if it's a range creep. Like, as long as you get the range creep, you're gonna feel like a success. Worth by far the most, still.
Besides, got the mana burn.
mana burn is quite, isn't it? I mean, it costs a lot, but it burns 100, so. Anyway, but yeah, I think General should be fine. I mean, he has the sticky napalm to help all the last hits. And with the changes to the tower, them attacking more frequently but with less damage, lasting on the tower got a lot easier. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'd say that Virtus.pro got the lanes they want here, more or less. ILTW is not threatened, that was the good.
Of course. 2 creeps on the hero, guess who the chains go on? On bottom, you know. So yeah, this... Actually getting some good mileage out of this lane down here in GP, right? With the 2 heroes holding themselves well against the trick lane. Sad,
what about going for Ice?
Yep. Well done. So stop being drawn down there. So it was super low, but not low enough. It had to happen.
Were you watching that?
I was watching the build up and then I was checking mid.
Baited you out of it again?
I mean, I can't camera like that. I mean, it was very clear that that kill was gonna happen, so checking to see what's going on, whether there's gonna be another kill somewhere else. Perfectly fine.
I'm the most The Ember Spirit is going to get his levels here. What? Beach is going to get as many levels as he can. Farm the junk. It's leveling up. He's actually making.
No.
He's ready for it.
I mean, he wants to fight. He's trying to always want to fly. And he's, oh god, he's hurting him quite a bit. Follow through on the Vito, we're gonna get both of them.
Oh yeah!
Damn.
Pack leader's aura, baby.
I think that wouldn't be that big of a deal early on, but yes, it is indeed.
It is. Oh, that's immediately beat up as well. It's like, okay, we're not getting anything on the bottom. This is...
Oh, that's so. A bit of trouble here, there's a flame break back. Into the Firefly, yes, as well as the Exorcist. Just in case.
I know vengeful chicks rule.
So the
They
finish is
also die.
Catch up.
W still dodges bottom.
Bad.
And like ideally you give out to W a bit more levels now that he's got levels already. He's a bit survivable. Diets here. Come out.
That was not your
Red.
What about this mid lane though?
Nice.
Looks like
This is a
yeah,
blowout.
Iceberg is not having fun here, is he?
No. This is very different compared to the groups that I've seen. No one in Iceberg. There has been a bad...
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
There's normally the deal about SF versus Lina that you both spam out the wave and then you both go supplement your farm overall. Lina is favored in the matchup total, but not that much. Not level 7 to level 5. I guess he hit level 6.
Also, just the fact that this is a small camp now makes this entire strategy just a little bit less crazy in terms of just the mid lane is getting not just farm from the lane, but also a lot of farm from a medium camp. You can still do that, but you have to walk a little bit further off to the side.
At least on the Dire, on the Radiant.
Oh, yeah.
Very much, hey, do you all... I definitely think about the Radiant pretty much. The only thing we're missing is that farming on the Radiants. You gotta make a little bit more sure that side lane support's coming.
Dire's top tower
Oh,
is
man.
under attack.
He's just walking down.
Okay.
Inferno takes you.
Why the hell not, you know? If You've got it flaunted, you've got the damage. So we might as well get the kill.
Yeah, he's not going to switch. Look at how farmed that guy is. He is actually above general in farm right now.
Dire's bottom tower
This train
is under
has no
attack.
break. Just leveling up Scorched Earth, he's going to run at...
Hey, would you like to have a free Radiance that also gives you move speed?
Say no more.
Plus a Tranquil Boots, so that's not put on cooldown.
Lasso is coming. I know anything about... Get the kill. Chose though.
Still
There's
hanging
level
around,
6.
but he's getting support though. I mean, Zion's is rotating in, which is all being scouted out by this guy. Zilward up on the high ground, so well, exactly what's going on. General will be able to burn. Okay, still gets swapped into a stun. Not far enough away, so he just dies instead.
And, here we see a demonstration of why this Science Doom spec banned all over the entire tournament. Only 2 bans left in the first phase.
He's definitely doing a really good job just controlling the map from a very early stage. I mean, there's not a whole lot of heroes that can do that, or players that can do that, honestly. Zion's certainly one of them.
The techies player. Well, at the very least, General finally gets to be back. ILTW wanted to be. Fortunately, ILTW also out levels him by 1 right now, and he's just going straight for the kill. General, no!
Oh god,
You have been.
yeah, I was.
Yes.
I was looking at lower dance, actually juking top. Because Zayas, he was ready to just go in from the back into the trees. The lower dance just walked out at the right time, out of vision.
Hello, Sechu. I'm also biased towards
Dire's
low
top
dance.
tower is under
they're
attack.
Definitely, you know, it doesn't matter how long ago it still feels like your players. And Aloha Dance is one of those, I wanted to say assholes, and let's face it, like, he's one of those absolute dicks who's so good at the game that he play whatever he wants. And he's getting in the way. He was playing carry, he could play a better carry than other people. He didn't enjoy it. Look at him enjoying this. Well, not that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Radiant's courier has been.
I don't think there's many players who enjoy being
Dire's
dead.
top tower is under attack.
Very deep dive here though from BP, so we'll almost die, but not quite. Healing up on
Dire's
the back of
middle
his
tower
Tranquils.
is under attack.
BP just
Radiant structures
using
are
this 10
fortified.
minutes catapult wave to try to put pressure on this tower. Very important here on
Dire's
mid.
top tower is
FlyToMoon,
under
they're
attack.
responding. They're bringing in more and more reactions here. Lower dance back from the dead. This tower is down to 400 health points.
And they have so much range with this Lina, as well as so much here that it's, yeah, they can bring entire cavalry just to make
Dire's top tower
way
has
back.
fallen.
What do you make of this Boots of Travel first, by the way, on no one?
You know what?
No one.
Yeah, enjoy it. Like, I think that when you know that there's going to be an enemy hero with Boots of Travel, if you don't want to lose out on the map, you want to build it.
Spoke also has it.
You must have
yeah.
had with ILT.
Lower dance hanging around. Zion's also making his presence known. Couple raises here. Doom is available if he wants to use it.
They just
Walk away.
tanked them.
He just, yeah.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Was it you trying to kill me, or was it you trying to pick on me, it says. His own Tranquils, of course, with Solo also helping out. A couple of missed
Dire's
calls.
middle tower has fallen.
Tower dies.
Aura presence of this sides, he's just going to hang on to that Alpha Wolf for as long as once he meets extra bonus prime food, extra attack range.
Speaking of resolution, looks like they're gonna try and take that one away. The illusion's not gonna go for the old either, but it's it. Very important to take that one away. Two of the
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, at least he knows where the vision is now.
Oh, I does have always want to fly behind him, and okay, that's a quick W. Metal gonna blade damage. He won't pay with his own life. Nice, but not all the woods at either. ILTW goes through. Double chains. not even necessary. We're just coming cooldown low and install the remnants, but I don't care about him. I just care about the core. They got.
Yeah, Lena just feels free to drop that Liquipedia blade there because she knows that this Terror Blade already popped. He's not coming back into the fight. Unless he comes to say hi, of course. Fight him.
DP taking control of this game very early on. 3k advantage. V2 is still farming though. He's top of the net worth chart here alongside no one.
Radiant are scanning.
You can't actually sure
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
also improve.
Gonna be everywhere.
Dire's bottom tower is under
These
attack.
games where, oh hey, General, you found someone? Don't worry, I can put some trouble in. Not right here. Yeah, with these no creeps. General's gonna have to do that by himself, and yeah, oof. It's sticky for a moment. No one actually rotating in. He'll be able to make that into a trade.
Yeah, he'll take.
That's the thing, right? This network from VTune.
Iceberg's gonna get no one.
There we go.
He stuttered a little bit. Saw no one casting something uphill. Waited, and then his timing was off.
That would have been really
Radiant's bottom
strong kill.
tower is under attack.
We've gone a long way to offset this straight up loss that he had to suffer in lane. 5k now, 7k of no one. On our bottom, low end still just playing around with these remnants. Stand up, one off here from the Ember. The false promise himself, but it's not worth putting that cooldown.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
LTW, by the way.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
We have a lot of them. Terror Blade is getting that extra.
Well on his way towards that.
Dire's bottom tower is under
General
attack.
sneaking up the boundary on the side.
Down. Dire side.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Lord End looking for a cheeky deny there, but General.
Just playing around with LTW, but they're not alone anymore.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yes, smoke rotation now. Wanna turn this into something else?
Definitely died.
I
Radiant's
don't see
middle
smoked up
tower
heroes, of
is
course,
under
but
attack.
LTW and Soul all smashing that rotation. Enough of a tip off. FlyToMoon. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be the name of the game for them, right? Just extend the game, make sure that V2 gets farm. For Rubik. Good final pen and swap into the Doom, but there's also the help from Always on the Fly. Getting his own ultimate out, and as well as a couple of heals. Keep up the chase though. Doom's gonna time out, he's healing up to full. Quite far away, no blinks or
Going
anything.
on General instead.
Ooh. Must be a nice little count. Nice little extra kill here. You get a triple, but what the
Radiant's
hell?
top tower is under attack.
Still enough dying to the damage over time. What is happening right now? I'm having trouble keeping up to Kips, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, VTune has Metamorph as well. I think they're
Once
too slow,
resolution,
though.
but
They don't
yeah.
have any catch. That's an awkward Metamorph right there.
General is working his blade daggers. Once he has that, you have some sort of jump. Beyond that, yeah, there's not a whole lot going for them in that department. It's really not compared to Virtus.pro, who can just swap and run at Remnant and Slide Fist.
They do always have the threat of General. Going to do a lot of work.
Illusion.
He stays off map.
Radiant's
The
top
idea
tower
of
is
getting
under
Glasso
attack.
will force pro heroes. one core, forward Rezo, the other core.
Also. Very close by, listen to duels, but quite dead in rain.
I had seen chips in the night.
Ooh. I find something else. The LTW expending a few remnants. Lower dance. Don't tell me.
Juke master.
It's not even any trees here because the lower dance broke them down himself earlier with
Radiant's
his own
top
remnants.
tower is under
He
attack.
still finds a way to juke.
Just don't
and-
reveal
Yeah, don't make a sound.
for a straightforward
find
kill you.
Yeah. It's like in one of these horror movies where everyone, the Quiet Place, I think it was called, right? When no one can say a word, or sneeze just kill you or something.
I mean,
I haven't seen it. Well, you can still get the same feeling apparently. Pretty sure Lower Hands, he was a bit scared at that moment.
Kill. Okay. He's got a blink dagger now, so he's finally switched out that aura over to more initiative.
Radiant are scared.
Straight out, the rest of his team kind of also looking to make this blink dagger from general.
Radiant's top
seen
tower is under attack.
Imagine he's good.
Link also scouted out by this Observer Ward on high ground, which kind of weird to see that it's still there because there's a sentry, but I believe the Observer Ward was placed after the sentry. No one's bothered to check with some extra high ground vision.
Yeah, he passed on that solo already. It wasn't behind.
Smoke up. Silent VP. Can I try and bait out Lina a little bit, perhaps? The lower dance reveals his presence, but that's not the target that they want. You run into V2 inside the jungle, but Tiny, you get the courier, alright.
That should help.
The lowest possible gains from that.
And it feels like PP are holding out
Counter yields, sounds right there, but gets stunned up. Don't wait till last year with resolution still being dead. Look at this damage with the Minotaur on the wheel.
Backline.
Ooh, Zayat's rooted up, solo, trying to help as much as he can, and looks like that's gonna be enough. Vito now in trouble. Shane up. His own support. Oh god, what the hell? One of them is gonna be taken out by no one. Always want to fly enough support to reach forward all the way back to base, but now they're very much separated. Always want to fly, it's gonna die, V2. The sun
Radiant's courier has been
walks
killed.
back into his base, but 3 of his friends have died throughout all of this.
So I guess that's just what VP was waiting for, an opening. And the way that they can very relax about going up again late in late. I haven't seen much of Iceberg yet. He's holding on to a lot of money. I think it
Dire's
would
middle tower
be a
is
good
under
idea for him
attack.
Almighty money. Never refuse gold given.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Link Lasso onto the Ember Spirit, into that ultimate from Iceberg. A couple of raises finish him off. Very well executed. And they get to make use of this one. Reinforcements, they were close by the Roche pit, but they might still get general here.
Go also. No,
Flicks up, there we
always
go.
want to fly nearby.
I mark
Get
your
away with
soul.
murder.
Very nice. That also takes him away from the Roche pit, which we're working on.
No one found the Terrorman top and now besides his
Dire's top tower is under
does get
attack.
stopped.
It is Sun already
Radiant's
used, no one.
bottom tower
This
is
is that
under
follow-up, I
attack.
would say. That might just be enough to save his life, yeah. Always on fire was also going to be there now. Poor guy, only a little late, by the way.
Time to teach.
He's got a TP, but I don't think that helps. helps him here.
Yules on Yules. On there's the LSA and the Storm. Stacking a little bit, but doesn't matter.
Yeah, you better
Radiant's
make sure
bottom
that he's
tower
really
is under
down, you know?
attack.
Yeah.
Knock him in the head a bunch more.
Alright, so to sum up, we had a situation up top
Radiant's
where
bottom
Ember
tower
died.
is under attack.
Then they run down General up in the
Radiant
trees.
structures are fortified.
Then there's a situation with VTune down here, and then they get a kill on mid.
Yep.
Okay. It's very normal Dota stuff. Things happening literally all over the place. Now, with that hero being down, of course, enough space for them to finish off that Roshan that they were looking at earlier. Now they
Radiant's
have
bottom tower
an
has
Aegis in the hands of ILTW, who has not has nearly as good of a game this time around as he did in the game 3.
Targets, I think.
Because no one was able to pick up the stack. It's still top of the net worth chart, even ahead of
Radiant are
V2.
scanning. Radiant's
This time
bottom
we're riding
tower
that
is under attack.
balance, so enough damage for
0-4.
a lot easier.
Solution here, standing behind him.
Dire's middle
Walls are
tower
close by.
is under attack. Radiant's bottom
Yeah,
tower
Santos
is
Swords
under
dominance
attack.
now. I mean, if nothing else. Wouldn't expect anything else with them just securing the
Dire's
Aegis.
middle tower has fallen.
FlyToMoon will think twice about engaging into this.
You can take the outpost now. Still only got one outer tower. Does that. A lot of his running around at you. Then the bottom tier. The fact that we haven't
Radiant's
this
bottom
happening,
tower is under
there's
attack.
been a lot of work done by
Dire's
people.
top tower is under attack.
Putin, whenever he's done through a few times that he crossed the river, he too, so. Mostly farming his own side, his own jungle, but even that's been taken away now. Zuki's
Dire's top
take
tower
the claim
has
on top.
fallen.
That range on any time resolution. He's basically
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You consider that, but yeah.
Dire's structures are
He
fortified.
didn't go for the cast range challenge of the Ether Lens, which was all the rage for a while. I mean, it's
Radiant's
he'll
bottom
sub the
tower
range,
is
but-
under attack.
he's not a caster. You can see by the fact that he's going ace.
Fulfill.
This guy is here to be survivability and
question then becomes, where's the telescope, you know?
that.
Got a friend who's a bit of a venge spammer. He's always like, whenever there's a telescope dropping, he's just super happy. Give, I want it, I want it, I want it.
And over his
Yeah. He would also be happy to see resolution build of Lats, by the way. Very strong.
Besides, they have several really nice Lats builders. Baiting Zayats really.
We need to smoke under the observer ward though, so I'm not sure if they have any right to be caught up by this one, but still the doom on the Shadow King.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Nice pincer.
Yeah.
This is why I like watching VP so much. Does for you.
It's a general. Yeah, I was skipping a mid creep wave. A few of these creeps are still alive, but it's gonna be a while.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That creep? No.
It's gonna be a while until the backdoor kicks back in, so. A valiant effort with this tier 3 still dead. They can now take the shrines.
Look at the damage. The biggest benefit by now is just that the enemy doesn't have the attack to affect some of your heroes again.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Just as aura that this tower gives on tier 3, just the extra region armor. So much.
Very hard.
It's very dangerous up here. Science, blinks on, catches two supports in the back, and now the running forward. Now always on the fly, almost dead, and the Rubik certainly is, but damn, the counter was there this time. Leaves on Zaya, he got annihilated.
Oh yeah, like that was nearly always one to fly as well. If he dies, they're going in. Those supports can't stand that close together, and Science nearly nailed them.
To get out on the rest of them now instead of VP. Of course, earlier they just tore through the melee rack, so they've got what they wanted out of this lane.
See how FlyToMoon have still a very strong presence in the a monster.
Oh yeah.
If he has to fight into them. You see how distance don't want to jump in at all. Just get Drax down to get out again. Until Zayas gets the opportunity to jump both supports at the same time. That's the only condition under which they will fight straight up and clear that
Radiant's top
all
tower
they
is under
fail.
attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Like they could probably deal with V-Tune if there's no Oracle ready to save them.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Plenty of control.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Being said, I mean, at this point it's gonna be hurting FlyToMoon as well.
Dire's
That
bottom tower
they
has
only
fallen.
have this level 9 Oracle. It's still level 1 false promise, 115 seconds. That is a cooldown that is very easy for VP to play around, actually, if they keep track of it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
How easy by the way.
Yep. A moment ago, but instead just on the Liquipedia, which was off cooldown, but the swap is there. Caps on lasso. The Doom to prevent that ultimate come out into the swap back. They want to bring down Iceberg. Forcing out that always want to fly ultimate on him. Kind of, okay. Swap stallage from Rubik. But Science is way too tanky.
Regeneration.
V-Tune better be very helpful here. Does have the Sunder still, but if he gets control up, that's not going to count for much. And the TP wants to bring down the buildings first. Now the stun. They actually blast on Iceberg now. There's a lot of illusions, a lot of everything going on at the moment. Still the Suns himself. No one in the front all of a sudden. That's not what he wants to be. I believe he got swapped in, but he still lives. How? Another fall of stuff here onto General Resolution. Will end up falling. His illusion is still there to do some work though. Oh my god, he actually got the kill on General. With that illusion up. No one's back. BT is being right-clicked down. Zayas lives. Zayas W. Very low on health. He's still throwing in slides and... Oh, they're just gonna call it.
They're calling it!
What the hell?
Oh, it was an offensive swap, by the way, from below us. He gets no one, and they
Yeah.
just don't quite enough damage into the arena. And that's the only thing the arena needs is her last point of health. Anything else